What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker, along with my husband who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $130,000. We started our journey in October of 2023, so coming up on 1 year, with $305,884 worth of debt. We have a goal to have that debt completely eliminated, which does include our primary mortgage, by December 31st, 2026, to then start to build wealth and become work optional by the age of 50, which is in 9 years for my husband. We are documenting and sharing our journey with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, and because I am an entrepreneur, I do also share the income that I was able to make in my private practice at the end of every month. If that sounds like something that you are interested, if that sounds like a journey that you are interested in following, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you or someone else you know is on a debt-free journey and can be informed and or inspired by following my journey, then please make sure to subscribe. At this time, I release one video a week, but you could also follow me over on TikTok where I do day-to-day snippets of my debt-free journey. I share more consistently over there. The link is in the description box below. We are getting ready to go over September week 4's budget, so we will get right into it. The template that you see on the screen is my budgeting template. If you are interested in purchasing it, I did purchase it from an Etsy store, and the link is in the description box below. This budget, we are paid weekly. I am paid on Fridays. My husband is paid on Thursdays, and our budgeting weeks go from Thursday to the following Wednesday. This budget started on Thursday, September the 19th, and ran to Wednesday, September 25th. The income for this pay period was planned at $1,800, which is typical of our weekly planned income. And that was with $850 for my husband, and he actually earned $904.80. And then $950 for me, and I actually earned $1,104.75. We did get a return. We had put a deposit on a roof installation, and we ended up canceling that and going with another provider that did not require a deposit. So our actual income came up to $2,108.55. The savings for this week was planned at $225, and that was with $50 to my high yield savings account, and $50 did actually come out. $50 to my husband's savings account, and $50 did actually come out. $10 to M1 Finance, and $10 did come out. $25 for Christmas 2024, $25 did come out. We saved $10 a week for my son's college fund. He is actually in the 6th grade, so we have 6 more years to actually save for that, and I'm hoping he'll go to early college. And the $10 for that did come out. We had planned to save $30 for my daughter Ashton, but we instead paid $30 worth of charges that she made, and then $50 for my son's barber school, and $50 did come out. So that brought our actual savings for this week to $195. Bills for this week were actually pretty high. They are usually higher at the end of the month. So they were planned at $760.98, and that was with our weekly mortgage payment of $333, and that did come out. Our foremost payment, which is our home insurance on our rental property, I had it budgeted at $97.98. That is not correct. The actual amount is $121.68. So that did come out. Our electric bill is on a budget plan, so we pay the same amount, $333, and then it's reassessed at the end of every month to start for the next year, and $330 did come out. So our actual bills were $784.68. For expenses for this week, we had planned expenses in the amount of $641.15. That was with $150 in groceries, and we did not spend any money in groceries, and that is because his niece paid me to watch my great nephew, her son, with food stamps. So we did use those food stamps for our grocery budget this week. And we actually ended up putting the $150 on the Sam's Club card to cover the remaining of the bulk purchases that we made at the beginning of the month. Gas was planned at $120, and we did spend $70.02, which is good. Beauty maintenance was planned at $25, and I actually took $50 out of the account. I do now go to the bank and get that money out. And I don't remember if I did buy something with it. I bought a new exfoliant. We had $0 for boy's hair because he got his hair done last week, I think. So we won't need to pay for his hair for another 4 to 6 weeks. Toiletries, we had planned $50 and we didn't need anything, so we didn't spend anything. Household was $66.15, and we actually put $53.55. Fast food, we had planned $50 and we spent $104.33. Date night, we had planned $25 and we didn't spend anything. And right now our date nights are really planned around those 4 for $20 Starbucks drinks. We will go, or 2 for $10, we will go and get coffee on Saturday morning, and that is usually our date, but we didn't go this past Saturday. Miscellaneous, we had planned $80 and we actually spent $97.37. And then tithe, we had planned $50 and we did tithe $50. Car maintenance, we had planned $25 and we did not spend anything. So our actual expenses for this week came up to $425.27. Debt payments for this week were planned at $726.18. That was with $30 on my PayPal, $41, and I did pay $30. $41 on my husband's PayPal, and I believe he paid $60. Okay, so he did pay $60. $50.60 was the minimum payment on our Citi card, and I don't owe anything on the Citi card, so that was snowballed into something else. $250.20 is my car payment, and that was not due, so we did snowball that. Actually, what we did with that, we had to pay for my bonus son's, he started HVAC school, and the deposit was $250, and so that's where that deposit went. And then my student loan payment, it comes out to $357.57, but I don't have any student loan payments, and I didn't put that. I did put it on. I did make a payment of $295.17, and then I made the $150 payment on our Sam's Club card. But I didn't really, and I don't like that I didn't do that. Make a payment in that amount on something, since it is accounted for in our budget. I'll be sure to do that in the following months, especially since I don't have payments on my student loans right now. So what we actually paid in debt was $470.17, and I don't like that. I like to at least meet or exceed the debt payments from week to week. So we go over to the budgeted versus the actual, and we actually had a rollover account on Thursday morning when my husband's check came in of $404.88. The income plan, the planned income for September week 4 was $1,800, and we actually earned $2,108.55. We planned to save $225, and we actually saved $195. The income spent was $1,425.83, and we actually spent $1,209.95. The planned debt payments was $726.18, and we only paid $470.17. We had that would have left us with a remaining balance of a negative $577.01. And there was a actual remaining balance of $638.31, and I don't think that is correct. I want to say it was maybe it was less than $100 actually. We go up to the breakdown, and in the breakdown, we actually saved 10.4% of our income, so that is good. 41.8% of our income went towards bills. 22.7% of our income went towards expenses, and only 25.1% of our income went towards debt. We were over once again in the miscellaneous category, so let's see what my miscellaneous expenses were. We bought a tool for the floors in the amount of $8.53 from Harbor Freight. We had another miscellaneous expense for the nails to put the hardwood floors, and that was $32.01, but that does need to go back there in my car, and maybe I'll make it to take them back today. We bought various items from Ross in the amount of $25.65. We bought wood putty from Lowe's for $7.18. I got a car wash for $9. And then I sent my nephew some money. It was actually supposed to be a loan in the amount of $15. And that is it for our miscellaneous expenses that put us over in the miscellaneous category. So that is it for this week's budget. Not the best. I'm a little disappointed by the debt, but I will say that, and this is not an excuse, this week I started the full-time job. And so there have been several days where I have been working all of the jobs. And I talk a lot about that on my TikTok page. But like today, for example, is just the private practice, the clients in the private practice, and then the evening job. The training is from 6 to 2 in the morning. And so there have been days this week where I have been in this office all day. And so I haven't necessarily been really focused on our budget, and I recognized that today, actually, and that is something that I don't want to become a habit. So I've been trying to be more intentional, carve out time to pay attention to the numbers, because I would hate for me to be working, getting this extra income to pay off this debt, but then not really paying attention to other things that are impacting our budget that could actually advance our debt-free journey further ahead. So that has started. And then another thing is, I think that is a reason why I wasn't really up on the whole, debt payments and making sure, because I'm usually very intentional with things like that. So I'm a little disappointed. And now we don't even have the money in our account to go in and make a $357.57 credit card payment. So that is one thing, or a car payment. So that's one thing. And then that's really the only thing. That's the only improvement I feel like needs to be made from this week's budget, reflecting back. Another impact that working all day has had is I've been spending more money on fast food. But my husband did sell a car, and he gave me some of that profit. He gave me $300, but I've been using that $300 to eat because I don't have time to cook. And so the last 2 days I have gone to get fast food. Today I'm gonna eat a pizza that's in our in our deep freezer. So that has been another thing that has impacted our finances, is us eating out because I'm not cooking. So definitely want to incorporate those improvements or those changes, or do some type of improvements in the following weeks. I have one more week of this training schedule, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then my actual shift starts the following week, or it's supposed to start October 1st. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but my regular shift is 10:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I'm a little excited about that. Nervous as well, because I haven't worked third shift in years and I feel like I'm old. So I just don't have it in me. But I'm trying to stay motivated. My payday from that job will be October the 7th. It'll only be a 40-hour check. But I feel like once I get that, I will be motivated. And again, I share more detail about what that journey is looking like over on my TikTok. So if you're interested to follow the work with me's, or come to work with me's, or work 4 jobs with me, or work 16 hours with me, as well as the much more condensed version of my budgets, then be sure to follow me over there. That is it for this week's video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any comments about how I'm budgeting, what I'm budgeting, and why, be sure to link them down in the description box. If you have any suggestions about anything, be sure to share those with me. And if you or someone you know is on a debt-free journey and you feel like you can be informed and or inspired by my journey, be sure to follow me here. That is it for today's video. I really appreciate it again for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.